Welcome back to the party. It is me, your girl, BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to Theo and Shane Gillis discuss the American Civil War via a kind suggestion. Let's see what happens.
Ooh. The American Civil War, I love it. Yeah, bro. You ever go to the Nashville battlefield here?
Dude, we used to do, when I was growing up, we used to do CWRs all the time, man.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, we'd be at them, man. We got to be the, we got to do the drum a few times. What else? I got to be like...
Civil War reenactment. You want to know how I know? Because I just literally yesterday or 2 days ago reacted to Bill Engvall talking about his friend who did Civil War reenactments. And I really just had to think hard about that. This beetle situation, this shirt with all these different beetles, gross. This is like Dumb and Dumber for me in the best way. I mean that in the best way. Like just two of my favorites linking up. I did know that Shane is like a history buff. I watched his interview with Joe Rogan, I think, where he talked a lot about this. I think it was the Civil War. Do I think Theo actually knows a thing about it? I feel like because I have doubts, he will be more educated in it than Shane, but let's find out.
Got to be the, we got to do the drum a few times. What else? I got to be like a soldier's son.
I used to go CWRs constantly.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I was a Lancaster.
I was in Gettysburg. I grew up right next to Gettysburg.
Man.
Dude, the reenactments were fucking crazy.
Fucking, we should have fucking won, boy.
No, you guys stunk, dude.
we
fucked you guys up. When we took the gloves off, the North just rained down on them, dude.
But, well, you know where we fucked up is we kept a lot of the brothers out of the fight.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously.
If we'd have had a plan to get, I think, get a little bit more, gets a bit more urban. Yeah, we kept it way too, I think, honky down.
Yes.
Honky down.
Towards the end, the Union was like, get the brothers in also.
Yeah.
Shit got bad.
But you guys had a lot of...
You guys. So he's saying you guys, like Shane represents the North and Theo represents the South. That's Where is Gettysburg? Virginia? Pennsylvania? I tell y'all all the time, I'm not geographically, I'm geographically, see? There you go. This is too much.
Got bad.
But you guys had a lot of, I don't know why you guys won. I guess we probably had some disorganization. I bet, and I think
that's why
the South was much better. The generals were better.
Yeah,
it was organized, but like Lee and fucking Stonewall Jackson and Longstreet, those guys were beasts.
Yeah,
that's why they were even in the fight, was because of how good
really
they were.
Knows
oh
his
wow!
Because the Union outnumbered them, more industry, more guns.
But they just didn't have that streets. They didn't have that.
They had pussies.
That ditch smarts.
They had pussies at general.
Yeah,
allegedly. I don't want to besmirch these guys.
But I could see probably maybe they had some real nerds up there.
Yeah,
I could see that.
They had nerds. They were all West Point guys, but they were all like there's a guy named McClellan who just wouldn't.
Oh yeah, George.
Yeah, he just wouldn't attack.
Yeah.
And they're like, you gotta go. Lincoln was like, go, dude.
People in the woods are going, boo. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy, man.
Sherman and Grant, dude. Sherman came down and gave you guys what for?
He got fucking lucky. Pull up a picture of Sherman, Mr. Sherman, Civil War.
He was the man.
Let's
get a look at him.
Quite literally the most unserious person. Like, he's just so unserious. Shane is really dropping historical truth nuggets, and Theo is just like, nah, yeah. Like, he's just the most unserious human being, and I love him. I love him. What he knows of the Civil War is what he reenacted. That's the gist. Shane has like studied it. Truly, you can tell. He's like laughing, but he's very serious.
You know, Mr. Sherman, Civil War.
He was the man.
Let's get a look at him.
I have his picture hanging in my house.
Do you really?
I got Sherman and Grant.
What were they Googling before? Amish
I have his picture
people?
hanging in my house.
Do you really?
I got Sherman and Grant. And
what?
Custer.
I'm sorry. What was in the search engine before that there's Amish people? Oh, I'm like looking at the search bar.
Do you really?
I got Sherman and Grant and
Wow.
Custer. And John
George
Brown.
Custer?
Yeah.
And he was the one dating Indians as well, I think.
That's the one with his arms crossed, crazy hair.
A lot of DIY, man. A lot of dating Indians yourself. You know, they had a lot of those dudes was out there A lot of them, dipping in the
Does he come
cornmeal,
up
if you know
with
what
I
I'm
think you
saying,
are.
brother.
Bro, what would
On
you
the
be doing?
spot?
I mean,
You just get done committing an atrocity. You're not going to want to have some sex?
yeah.
Yeah. At this point, you're done.
Right, you're done.
You've sold your soul. You are evil.
That's a good
Let's
point.
go.
Once you go evil,
Yeah,
then you're
fuck it.
Then you're in evil.
Yeah, it's like normally I wouldn't just grab.
Okay, Grant, what side of this was he on? Ulysses S. Grant? Is that right? General Grant. Shut up, I was right. Oh yeah, because he was a president. He was born, his first name was actually Hiram. Wow. A commanding general, Grant led the Union Army to victory to the American Civil War. So he was in the North. He worked with radical Republicans to protect African Americans during Reconstruction. You see there, radical Republicans worked to protect African Americans. I just wish more people like knew Democrat versus Republican like better. And not saying that I know a ton, but I do know that historically Republicans did a lot of work for the African American community, right? And I think people just, listen to what they're told or what they read and don't do their own research. And I was having this conversation last night with my cousin, just talking about how, like, as a Christian, not as a black woman, not as a woman, not as a black person, but as a Christian, and my core belief value, what I raise my children to believe, is how I feel I try to align myself and look at things, not at what the news tells me I should believe because I'm black, or because I may be from this side of the tracks, or because I'm a woman, or you know what I mean? Like, in any election, in any debate, in any, whatever, who aligns with who I am in my everyday life, and sometimes it has been over here and sometimes it has been over there. But I think if more people did that versus the other things people use to make decisions about our political leaders, I think we could potentially be in a better, more well-rounded place. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But I think this is interesting that I just read that. And, most people think, Republicans are racist and Republicans are this and Democrats are that. And it's like, but did you do your own research, or did you let Instagram tell you that? Did you let TikTok tell you that? Food for thought.
Let's go.
Once you go evil, then you're
fuck it.
Then you're in evil.
Yeah, it's like normally I wouldn't just grab this lady.
Yeah.
But I did just kill a family.
Yeah, you're right. That's crazy. Once you go full evil, you're full evil. I never really thought about that. We had a guy that lived across the street from us named Brad, and I think he killed his mother, who was our favorite lunch lady, Annie.
Theo, what?
Dude, and we loved her, dude.
Yeah.
Theo,
She
what?
one of her hands shook, or both of them shook.
Did you hear what he just said? We had a guy that lived across the street from us. His name was Brad. I think he killed his mother. She was our favorite lunch lady. Her name was Annie. One of her hands, both of her hands shook. He's the most unserious human being. Because even if that's true, which I'm starting to everything is a neighbor with him. You had all these interesting neighbors. Like, even if it were true, why, Theo? Why? And what does it have to do with the story? He's the most unserious human being on the planet, and I adore him.
Dude, and
Madly.
we loved her, dude.
Yeah.
And she, one of her hands shook, or both of them shook.
So she had Parkinson's?
And she would, get the food, and it was just...
Dude, your whole town got murdered.
Oh, bro, it was such a
Everybody's getting
risky...
killed.
Waiting for the food to get to your plate, it was like one of those guys that used to drive the dynamite trucks back in the day, on the rocky roads. It was just unbelievable.
Really?
And then the grandson kid,
He got sick of it.
Well, the
grandson.
I think they thought that if they killed her, they were gonna get the apartment, and they didn't get it.
The landlord kept it.
Somebody else.
The
got it.
landlord was like, "That's not how this works, dude."
Yeah, dude. Just bad
This
fucking.
isn't fucking medieval times.
Yeah, it was just a lot of.
Kill him and be the heir to this apartment.
Yeah, just bad organization, man. But yeah, dude, I can't believe
That's how he
the
bought it
Civil
full
War would have
circle.
been insane.
He's
Hope
such
you enjoyed
an
that
idiot.
video.
I love him.
And you can watch another
And you
I don't want to watch another one right now, Theo. You stress me out. What's wrong with him? He will find the most random fact to like connect a story that has actually nothing. Like, what? I love him though. I love him. It's like I'm gonna stick beside him. You know that sound on TikTok is like, I'm gonna stick beside him. Yeah, that's him. He's crazy, but I'm gonna stick beside him. That's how I feel about Theo. All right. I don't know how much of that was true on Theo's part, but I do think that Shane is super educated in history, American history at least, and I think that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool like party trick to have. Like, oh well, let me tell you about this. I have generals on my wall. Anyway, talk to me in the comments and go and have the day you deserve. Bye.